A class setup apparatus to deduce the amount of oxygen in the air. The experiment was left for a week and looked like this. So we've got this test tube on top of this funnel, and the test tube was full of air first, and we've got damp iron wool at the top. And the idea is the oxygen in the air reacts with that iron wool, and as it does so, water is going to be sucked up in place of the oxygen. Okay, so we've got some questions that follow. We've done a couple already. Our next one here, our last one here, is use the results in this diagram to calculate the percentage of oxygen in the air. At the start of the week, there was no water in the upturned test tube, only air. So we've got a ruler superimposed on the side over here, so let's use that. So let's just use another ruler just to check that 0 at the bottom is on the base of the tube. It is, isn't it? So what we're interested in now is measuring up here exactly where that level of water goes across that. So it goes across at 1.6. Now I imagine some people here are being a bit careless, might say it was closer to 1.5. Well, that would be careless. We need to be precise here. So we're also going to need how high the tube is. So the tube is, the top of the tube is going across there, isn't it? Let's roll that across there to 8. So we've got the total length of the tube is 8 centimetres, and the water level's risen to 1.6. Okay, so we're going to need those two. So oxygen was 1.6 centimetres of that tube, and the tube length itself is 8 centimetres. And we want percentage, so we're going to have to multiply that by 100 now, because that's going to give us the proportion of oxygen in the tube, but if we multiply it by 100, it turns into a percent. So let's see what those numbers come out as. 1.6 divided by 8 times 100 equals, it's coming out as exactly 20%, which is a fairly accurate experimental result. So oxygen is, of course, 21%. But apparatus like that is never going to give us an exact answer, just an approximation. All these questions and more on ayleshamhighchemistry.com.